Good morning, you guys, and welcome to another fun Friday here at Midland County Public Libraries. My name is Miss Shay, and today we're going to be salt painting. Salt painting is an activity. It involves a little bit of steam, and I'm going to go over a little bit of the materials that you're going to need. So you're going to need some food coloring, or if you have watercolor and paintbrushes at home, that will work. Some pipettes if you're going to be using some watercolor. Of course, some cups of water to mix in the food coloring with the water. Importantly, iodized salt. You got some Elmer's school glue. You're going to need some snowflake stencils or some type of design that we actually have those linked on our website right now. And you want to get those printed on cardstock or stenciled out for your design. And paper plates are optional because we are going to be putting some of the salt and dusting off, getting some of the salt off of our paper. So you either have a trash or a plastic paper plate on hand. So we're gonna get started. And so what I did is, like I said, we have these stencils available online that you can print. This activity, I would prefer that you did it on cardstock or thicker paper, of course, not anything like construction paper, nothing too flimsy. So I do got that, and I have my stencil drawings printed here on my cardstock. I didn't cut them out. I'm just going to keep them printed on here. And what we're going to do next is, and here's an example. I didn't show you guys an example, but here is an example of what a salt painting looks like here. And so this is just a combination of glue, salt, and, like I said, the food coloring watercolor. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do, like I said, grab my cardstock and my snowflake designs, get my Elmer's glue, and all you're literally going to do is trace your snowflake drawing with your glue. So we're going to get here, and I'm going to do this design as an example here. You want to make sure that you're getting in your lines here. Now, salt painting can be done with any type of design. I chose snowflakes because it is the winter time, and I think that when the salt goes onto the glue, it gives it a nice looking frosted effect. So you gently trace the lines of your snowflake with your glue. Of course, a stick glue wouldn't work with this project. And so the steam that is involved in this activity is that salt is hygroscopic, so it absorbs liquid water and water vapor in the air. So after we get our salt on our glue, which we don't want it to dry now, we want to immediately add our salt, and I'm going to grab the paper plate here. But like I said, once we add the watercolor to the salt, you will see how the color moves throughout the pattern of the snowflake. And that's a little bit of the steam activity involved with this. So you see that? We got our salt on here, and we're going to gently dust it off. Get all the excess salt off of our design. And look how pretty that is. We have our salt painting here, which we're going to brighten up, add some color to it. This one I did last night. These are dry. These two here, these designs are dry here. And like I said, you can do a few, you can do a full design, like a painting design, and I'm going to actually work with this one here. So you want to make sure that that dries a couple of hours overnight. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab our watercolors. So I have my watercolors, and the cool thing with this is, like I said, when we see the colors move throughout the different patterns of our snowflakes here, or whatever design that you're using, you can play with color mixing. So, you know, if we have yellow and red, we might get an orange, or red and blue, we might get purple. So I actually have green, orange, red. I played with blue last night, and so I have my blue snowflake here, and that's completely dry. But now I'm going to get into my more intricate design here, which all of my snowflakes that I added. So you can put, I freehanded these snowflakes here. You can freehand a few of them and use a few of our stencils here to place on your mat. And so what you're going to do is you're going to grab your pipette And I'm actually probably just gonna start with blue here. Like I said, you can use a paintbrush and watercolor, but you wanna mix a few, like a drop of food coloring with a few tablespoons of water before you start this and mix it up, because you don't want it too dark here. And so you're gonna drop it onto your salt painting here. And do you see how that spreads? How that salt quickly absorbs that water and spreads on our designs here. So it's really cool. So now I'm going to play with, let's try red here. Let's see if we can involve some color mixing into our design. So I'm gonna drop a little bit of red right here. And just because it's a little light, it actually might not show up, but of course we can just play with it. And it doesn't look like it's picking up and turning purple here. And I think that's just because the food coloring is mixed with a little bit of water, so it's not as dark here. But you can just come up with so many cute designs. Oh, that yellow's pretty. That yellow looks good. Let's get some green here to see if we can make blue. And you see only the salt on the paper should absorb the water. Of course, you don't want to drench your snowflake designs by any means. But that's just so pretty and cute. I did this with my nieces and nephews and they loved it, coming up with their designs. So yeah, you can just play with all types of colors. Like I said, I think this one really came out cute, and that yellow picks up very well on your salt painting design. But come up with a design. It's something nice, fun winter activity that you can do from home. I hope that you enjoyed today's Fun Friday, and we hope you tune in next week. Bye-bye.